6 o'clock on Saturday, April 9th. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of Aura News. The black box from the helicopter that crashed several days ago was found today by investigators. Sources from the prosecution confirmed that the black box, which is supposed to reveal the cause of the crash, is damaged and they are working to fix it. The same sources told Aura News that the prosecution's experts are asking for help from German black box experts. The black box may have been damaged because of how intensely the helicopter hit the lake. Bad weather interrupted yesterday's removal of the helicopter from Shkodra Lake, but the operation began again this morning. At the request of the Ministry of Defense, and experts from Eurocopter, the company that manufactured the downed helicopter, has joined the group of experts on the case. Meanwhile, the ministry has launched an administrative investigation and will submit the results of its investigation to the prosecution. At an event today organized by the Albanian Muslim community in honor of the birthday of Prophet Muhammad, Prime Minister Rama announced that students of basic and secondary education will begin to study a range of religious beliefs in school. It is not yet determined if there will be a separate subject or a chapter in the existing school's programs. However, Rama said that this initiative does not harm secularism, but instead it provides some religious knowledge to the youth. This project consists of strengthening our foundations of secular culture, which is currently weak and powerless to face forms of violent extremism, Rama said. This project is supported by foreign religious experts, and the Prime Minister is asking religious communities to begin submitting their proposal drafts for what they want young people to learn. The event was attended by thousands of believers, political representatives, diplomatic bodies, and religious communities from around the region. The head of Albania's Muslim community reiterated that Islam is not related to terrorism in the world and asks for continued good relations between religions in Albania. The Ministry of Finance's risk and analysis showed that businesses in the bloc have hidden turnover and will therefore be reclassified from small to big businesses. The news was announced by the Minister of Finance, Arben Mate, who, after the public presentation of the second phase of the ministry's operation against informality, started meetings with the regional tax and customs inspectors to implement the process. The minister discussed with tax administrators and tax inspectors about how to check businesses through their offices. The minister also requested that Chinese and Turkish goods be imported only through Tirana customs. Commenting on the operation against informality, the minister considered the second phase to be very important, adding that maximum commitment on the fiscal administration is needed. He asked from tax and customs inspectors to be careful with their behavior towards taxpayers, calling on them to reflect a model behavior. More than 81,000 socialist members, using 385 voting centers throughout Albania, participated today in the first referendum on the Socialist Party. They were voting to decide whether to allow the exception for the party chairman to automatically retain office if the chairman is elected as prime minister. Many voters praised the process, and there was a high participation at the voting centers. Prime Minister Rama voted at the Diet Administrative Unit, from where he said that this referendum will not be the last one. According to him, the Socialist Party is growing, and he considers this important vote to be an instrument of internal democracy. He went on to say, "Despite the bad weather, I believe that socialist members will use this democratic process to have their say regarding internal issues of the Socialist Party. This is a very important moment because it's the first time in our history that a party has given its members the right to be part of such an important decision-making. The referendum is a means to settle the debate within the Socialist Party regarding the mandate of the party chairman. Several members of the party asked that elections for the party chairman should be held, but on March 19th, the party Congress decided that a referendum should be held, asking the members to decide if the party chairman mandate should be retained if the chairman becomes the prime minister. The socialist MPs who have expressed their stance against this issue declared that the process for the referendum has not been transparent, and they called on members to boycott it. But other MPs declared that the referendum is a democratic process that seemed to progress smoothly and without problems. They considered the process to be a new standard within the party. The socialist MP Ben Blushi commented today on the referendum, declaring that he did not participate in the voting. He considers the referendum to be an invention created to remove his right to participate in a race for the party chairman. Today, I did not vote in the referendum made to stop me from running for party chairman. The referendum was held in complete violation of the party statutes and rules. I was informed about the violations, with the abuses concerning the voters' list. The list of voters was manipulated. No campaign was allowed for the referendum. We were not allowed to verify the list of voters. The questions that arise are, who monitored this process? Who decided about the voters' list? Who will count the votes? Blushi added that he will continue his battle to return to proper elections and freedom within the Socialist Party. The Democratic Party chairman met today with citizens of Tirana's surrounding villages to discuss the program of his party, visiting the educational and agricultural sectors specifically. On education, Basha promised to repeal the higher education law regarding tuition. He promised to bring students to the forefront of the government's attention, saying, "We will put students first in education. All young people will have the right to study, and they will have the state's financial support. Tuition fees will be reduced," said the DP chairman. Farmers were promised the highest support the state has ever given to them. Basha promised a financial support amount of 150 million in a year. We will support agriculture directly. There will be support for the farmers and their families throughout direct subventions that the state will offer, promised Basha. The Democratic Party chairman declared that the DP program includes a pardon of arrears for the needy and the full subvention of the energy bill up to 200 kilowatt hours. European parliamentarian Tanja Fajon ended her visit to Albania in meetings with the mayor of Tirana and with representatives from the Youth Council of Tirana. During the meeting with the mayor, Fajon discussed the process of integration and development of capital projects. Meanwhile, with the young people, the conversation was focused on decision-making. Ms. Fajon shared the story of her career and urged the youth to engage themselves in making a better society. During my work, I have traveled and worked extensively with the Western Balkan countries. I have met with many smart and intelligent young people. I felt that we could do more than our parents if we can help and understand each other. We can have a better future for the younger generation. It is more and more important in these times of crisis in Europe to try to work together, respect each other, and do the best in the region, said Fajon. Mayor Velaye praised the role Fajon played in the process of visa liberalization for Albania, the fruits of which the Albanian youth are enjoying. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again tomorrow or Monday at 6 p.m. for local news in English. My name is Mari, and on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.